Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and today we have another Tennessee Titans franchise video. Today we are taking on the Houston Texans at NRG Stadium down in Houston. I went ahead and got the practice done. I figured I would go ahead and get that done before I started recording, and nobody got a dev trait increase. We are going to be without Danico Autry. He is actually out due to practice injury. So unfortunately, we are losing him for at least the game, and with Jeffrey Simmons having a lot of issues over the last couple weeks, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game going against the Houston Texans. They played us pretty well last time. It came down to just them making stupid decisions in the end of the game with time possession. We could easily have lost that game. As of right now, we are 3-1 heading into this next game. Lots of guys have upgrades as well, especially with them being young and talented. They should be able to get upgrades pretty fast. Von Florence up to an 80 now. He ended up getting his first pick of his young career last week, which is very nice. Mark Vickers, we're training to be a slot corner at the moment, and he gets a couple upgrades there as well. Nicholas Petit-Fier didn't particularly play great when he was in last week, which was unfortunate to say the least. Looking at his stats, he did end up giving up 2 sacks in his limited time playing last week, which was not great. Going against Kwity Paye, though, is no easy task, of course. We're not going to sit here and pretend like he gave him up to nobodies, and the upgrades are done, so we're going to go ahead and start hopping into things. The team's virtually staying the same. No trades, no free agency as of yet. Drew Sample should be back next week. Chig has multiple weeks still to recover at this point. Tyron Smith has a new ability, apparently, that he can add. I don't think he has any ability slots, though, to be fair. Team staying, like I said, virtually the same as of right now. The only difference is Keenan Evans is going to get to start at middle linebacker alongside Shair. It's just something I've decided at this point. And I don't think anything else has changed for the most part. So let's go ahead and hop into the game. So the Houston Texans, of course, battling us just a few weeks ago, come back out onto the field. Faced him in, I think, week 2. Now taking him on here again in week 5. C.J. Stroud, 5 touchdowns, 5 picks. Will Levis, of course, back from his dislocated shoulder apparently within 1 week. Kind of a fast recovery if you ask me. But 1st and 10 for the Houston offense. They're going to start the game off with a handoff to Dameon Pierce. And immediately getting 17 yards. Of course, I'm not going to give Keenan Evans all the credit being like, oh, see, Jack Evans wouldn't have been able to make that play. But then, because, he still got 17 yards, but still better than probably Jack Evans would have been able to do. I think that probably would have had to been a stop by Shair in a corner. 20 rushes, 76 yards, and 4 touchdowns last week for Dameon Pierce. Jesus Christ. Whoever they were playing did not have a goal line defense, apparently. 2nd and 9 now, all the way up to the 43-yard line. At the very beginning of this game, we're going to play on Evans, since I think Shair might be a little bit better by himself. Catch down there by Schultz for 5, 3rd and 4 now. Schultz slow to get up. Ends up getting up eventually. 3rd and 4. And Amani Hooker. Oh, I thought he pushed him back just enough, and I thought it would count it. Schultz going out of bounds there. 2 for 12 for him so far. Like I said, they played us well last time. Just unfortunate events by them. Bad time management at the end of the game. They had the ball virtually with, I think, a minute 50 left to go down and try to win the game. And they tie the game, and they just were slow about it. They literally had to... The last 6 seconds of the game were their 2 only shots at the end zone. At the end of the game, it's like you got to go for it. Evans there, just not quick enough to end up getting the pick. So C.J. Stroud really coming out, throwing short, which is weird because we went with short underneath stuff. We went with cover a short game because he's only throwing at a 33.8% rate at medium, and then he's not really throwing it deep. And Tank Dell just drops it. I think he wasn't really expecting that ball right away. McCreary lucky that he didn't hold on to that football, and they're going to settle for a field goal here early in the first. So Will Levis out onto the field for the first time today. Of course, having to leave the game early last week, not putting up a whole ton of stats early in that game. A big defensive showing out for us last week, which kind of helped not with him not having to put up a whole ton of stats. We're looking to run the ball here. 2 quiet weeks in a row for Tajay Spears. Let's get back to the ground game. And Christian Harris, their fast stand-up backer there, takes us down after a no gain. I don't know if we need to go back to the playbook we were running last year or what. It just feels like we're just not getting the rush lanes that we need. Tajay Spears there, 5 yards. Just still, it feels like we're having a fight for 4 yards every single rush. It doesn't feel like we're, getting any type of real separation, any real running lanes, I guess. 3rd and 5. Dropping back to pass. Mo Melton over the middle. Catch. But gets tackled down immediately. I want to see what they come out in, and it will determine whether or not we go for it. I think we can. With Jalen Phillips being the 6th man in the box here, I think him playing backside, I think we can easily get this. And there's no fucking way. Christian Harris comes hard, and Wiley just doesn't go get him. So, 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. The Texans are taking over, and they're immediately going to come out. Wham, right here. Jeffrey Simmons gets washed down by a fucking tight end. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm saying. Like, 3 of the top guys that I am paying currently on the defensive side of the ball just can't fucking do anything. They just don't do anything. They don't do anything at a high rate right now. Just not great for us. Cover over the middle. Hooker underneath on Brevin Jordan. He ends up getting 3. That's acceptable there. Hooker playing that well. Doesn't play it particularly great, I would say. Of course, great is, knocking the ball away, but it's not bad. Got to watch for those Dameon Pierce wheel routes, as he did burn us a couple times last time. Amari Cooper on that out route. Quick hitter against Caleb Farley. He ends up getting that. Senosai, I don't need him guarding up on the fullback. If the fullback burns us, he burns us. Simple as that. Stop there by Von Florence. Causes a loss of yardage on the play. 3rd and 12. I have everybody play underneath and hope that safeties can help out over top. McCreary picked again! Don't test McCreary on those corner routes. McCreary comes up big, hops in front of Amari Cooper, and ends up getting the pick. We're only at the 7-yard line, so we have a lot of work to do if we do want to go score a touchdown, but still not letting them score any points is probably better than anything else. Bo Melton here on this little zig route picks up 10 yards there. 2 for 2, 13 yards for Will Levis. Not off to bad start. Let's have Wiley running out. Get him going the opposite direction of everybody else. Hopkins underneath, but I don't really want to throw that. Will Levis making men miss and ends up outrunning. I think that's Alani Fitzpatrick. I think wears 54. They're rookie. But whoever wears 90, he made a miss, got to the outside edge, ended up beating him, barely got shoestring tackled there. What a fucking play from Will Levis. Burks, and just knocked away by Derek Stingley, able to get his hand in there. 3rd and 2 now. 3rd and 2. Gonna run halfback zone. We're gonna motion Howard over, get him going, have him help out with that edge, and Tajay Spears up the middle. Offense hasn't really come to play on either side of the football. They've just played it just a hair better. Ended up being able to get a field goal barely in range. I need one of these receivers to get open. I need somebody to get open more consistently. Burks there. Catch. Holds on and breaks a tackle from Desmond King. 3 for 4, 29 yards. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to go PA slot go. Hopkins could be open. I think it's zone with Cashman playing over top of Hopkins. I think it's zone. I had the tight end too short. Hopkins, though, holds onto the football and breaks a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, DeAndre Hopkins. What a fucking throw. I saw he had a step on Cashman. I'm like, I'm going to throw this bitch up. Let's see what happens. And, as I'm throwing it, I'm like, oh, shit. I had Wiley underneath for an easy gain. And Hopkins just says, fuck this. I need my first touchdown of the year. And he gets it. At least I'm pretty sure that's his first touchdown of the year. 1st and 10. They elected to bring the ball out, and it looks like it was a mistake. Bringing some pressure with Shair here. And Nico Collins beats Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley should have the speed on Nico Collins, but he just can't get him. I don't know how Caleb Farley with like 94 speed can't catch Nico Collins. I know Nico Collins isn't that fast of a receiver. They answer immediately, 10-7. Starting off at our own 25-yard line. Going to go to the ground game immediately. Like I said, we have to get Spears going. I think that's what's really slowed down our offense a lot, is Spears not being able to get going. 5 for 16, still just nothing going. Like I said, it feels like we're fighting for every fucking inch. Which, yeah, it's football, of course you are, but it feels like we're not going anywhere. It feels like we're stuck in quicksand most of the time. And they send a blitz with Cashman, 6-on-5, and they end up winning. Didn't even notice the blitz coming. I had my eyes on different options, trying to scan different stuff, and just didn't pick it up. I don't know why Tyron Smith didn't pick up the fucking edge and we get sacked. I try to spin back towards the middle of the field so I can throw it away, and Will Anderson is just fast enough to get there. They had a really good return, and unfortunately they're all the way up at the 40. This is not off to a good start. Missed tackle, and there's Dameon Pierce. Holy shit, they are, they came for blood, and they're going to get it. Holding call, though, might bring him back. And it does. That erases a touchdown off the board for Dameon Pierce in this offense. So, the lapse of us not being able to cover that run isn't going to completely kill us. 1st and 17 now. And Reverend Jordan beats Von Florence. But the ball is slightly overthrown. Von Florence, lucky there that wasn't a completed ball. I would have been fucking pissed off. Joseph Asai, 2nd and 17. And Dameon Pierce beats Shair. Shair nowhere to be found. And they're going to pick on him in coverage, I guess. I don't know. He had his good game against them, and he's not showing up as of yet. I don't know if we got to put Gibbons back in if he's worrying too much about the run with Evans being in, or what. Or if they're just not working together all that well. And I don't know what the fuck that was. It said it was supposed to be going to Cooper in that back corner, but must have been getting hit as the ball was being thrown because it did not go anywhere near where it said it was going to. 2nd and 10. Play action fake here. Farley can't quite get there to break up the pass to Cooper. Cooper is just one. They are picking on Farley right now. I don't know what is going on with Farley, but he needs to step it up because they are coming after him. And Dameon Pierce walk in. So we delayed the inevitable, and they still end up scoring. So our offense has to answer right now. 1st and 10 at our own 16. We didn't get a whole ton of blocks on the kickoff return, and unfortunately we have bad starting field position. And just, Howard, what the fuck are you doing? Go block somebody. Holy shit. Between our tackles not blocking edges on fucking pass plays and just everything, it's getting annoying at this point. Spears in the flat. Just dump it to him. 3rd and 2. Get back to the line. I don't want to wait around. Get back to the line. No, since we went out of bounds. Yep, okay. Inside zone. We're going to go out of the shotgun. We're going to motion Melton across. Hopefully that corner will match up on top of Burks. One of the other corners will slide out for Melton. Cut back by Spears. Cut back again. All the way up to the 36. Finally gets a rush going his way. See here. What can we hit here? Burks. Open. Nobody guarding Burks. Gone. Touchdown. Treylon Burks. He has exploded this year already. Another big play for him. The Texans, with 2:31 remaining in this half, have the ball at the 19. Evans actually went down and made a really nice play on the kickoff. So Jeffrey Simmons now with that tackle. Depending on what they decide to do here, will determine how we want to use our timeouts and if we want to try to get this ball back in any way. They're going to actually run a play before the 2-minute. Jeffrey Simmons gets in and he gets a sack. 3rd and 19. If we come up with a stop here, we can call a timeout no matter what happens and end up going and getting the ball back. But Dameon Pierce running wild. Yeah, we're going to call a timeout. 4th and 4. They're going to punt the ball. We'll have about 1:45, 2 timeouts. We have plenty of time to do what we need to do. Go down, get another score. Whether that's a field goal or a touchdown is yet to be seen. But Mark Vickers getting a decent return, just not quite quick enough to escape that edge and get it before the punter seals it off. Yeah, Treylon Burks, 19 receptions, 428 yards, 3 touchdowns through 5 weeks. Has definitely exploded past where he's almost at what he was last year. I think he had 500-something yards last year going in at the end of the season. So he's really been playing pretty well. D-Hop underneath, catch. Just hold on to the football, D-Hop. I'm not asking you to do all that much. Hold on to the fucking ball, bro. When I throw you the ball, it's because I trust that you're going to hold it. If these linebackers don't drop immediately, and if it's not in zone, Spears is open. Yeah, Spears, give him the ball. And just, Jimmy Ward isn't that fast. Why is he catching Spears so fucking fast? Bo Melton on this jet pass. Let's try it. And just everybody shedding, nowhere to run. They're going to call a timeout. They're going to get the ball back. So, Texans apparently wanted the ball back. They're going to try maybe a little harder on this drive, I guess, to go down and score 1st and 10 at their own 12. Had a really good punt by Ryan Stonehouse. A sigh, almost getting CJ Stroud. He just barely got it out. That's tough. We're going to send the house at him. I know we haven't played particularly great coverage today, but we can try. Shair Osai, touchdown! We end up getting our touchdown from our defense. Our defense, I think, has scored almost in every game, at least dating back to the last Texans game. So for 4 straight weeks, the defense has come up with a touchdown. I don't remember if the Vikings game, if we had a touchdown on the defensive side. Shair comes free, goes in, strips Stroud, and then Osai comes in, picks it up, easy touchdown. Again, coming out to the 20. Texans, I don't know how aggressive they want to be, especially after that last drive. But I feel like they want to be aggressive because now they are down. And Cooper beats Ayers. Ayers, I want you to play over the top and inside. I don't need you playing underneath right now. Because I'm not going to be giving you guys a whole ton of help. You guys have to win your reps. Throwing the ball away, 10 for 16 for Stroud. Going to hop onto Evans. Let this D-line hopefully work a little bit. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I went for a hit stick apparently. I didn't think I did, but I guess I did. Covering. And just Amani Hooker and Evans nowhere to be found. 22 seconds. Going to click off the clock here. Sounds like they're just going to let it run down. And then they're not. And then they're going to call a timeout with 4. I thought they were going to run a play for some reason. They're going to kick a field goal. 1st and 10, starting at our own 23. Still want to run the ball, but it still hasn't worked. Just not real just 7 yard. And Treylon Burks is injured. Holy fuck. I'm going to lose my shit if he's out extended period of time. I'm going to lose my shit. We finally had him going. He was finally going to be a good piece of this offense, and he gets injured. 2nd and 3. Hand off Spears. Get to the outside. Make Petrie miss. Holy fuck, he made him fly. Petrie went for the hit stick, and he just went bye-bye. I'm going to sub Hopkins. I'm going to keep Burks out for now. He's too good of a piece so far this season to risk an injury. 1st and 10, play action here. Wiley underneath. Catch, run. Breaks 2 tackles. Wiley just playing phenomenally right now. Man, it's going to be hard going back to a Okonkwo. Wiley has just played so good. Not even going to lie. It's going to be hard going back to a Okonkwo. Just Wiley's just played so good. It's not that Okonkwo had played bad. It's just Wiley just seems like he's opened up the offense more than Okonkwo did when he was in. Spears, catch. Cashman can't bring him down. 10 for 12 for Levis. And it's not like we've been conservative with the football either. We've thrown some decent throws. 1st and 10. Melton quick, but Hodgins coming on that zip might be something. Nope, we got to roll because of the D-tackle. Just throw the ball away. Dude, he's released the ball. How is that not roughing the passer there? I'm so afraid that he's going to get injured. And Spears up the middle, 4 yards there. Tyron Smith down with injury again. Jesus. Bro, this team sometimes is so annoying. Smith, again, walks off the field. Wiley quick here. Keep Spears, Wiley quick. Wiley quick! And he almost makes fucking Jimmy Ward miss. Christian Harris tries to bail super fast, but fortunately just able to get that ball out just a little bit quicker than he's able to bail. I'm going to be honest. Let's run this opposite way. Skoronski, if he gets up to Cashman. Spears gets a first. Finally back on track. 12 for 72. Here we go. This is what we needed. No, go back to the other side. I didn't mean to flip it. This is what we needed. I'm going to look Wiley to O.J. Howard. Hodgins, though, if he breaks hard, he could be open. No, they cover that pretty well. And there's Jonathan Gernard with a sack. 2nd and goal now. Taylor Lewan just absolutely got burned there. I wanted to bring Tyron Smith back, but with him having a high risk of injury, I think we got to leave him out for now. Got to look Wiley if he is open. Nope. Throw away. And Will Anderson's putting a beating on Will Levis right now. Let's run a screen pass. Fuck it. 3rd and goal. Fuck. Fuck it. If they bring somebody, I'm throwing Hodgins immediately. Yeah, they didn't. Spears. Christian Malone gets a block, but Cashman able to keep up with Spears. Gets him down at the 7, and that's just a little too far to go for it. Yeah, we're going to have to send Trey Wolf out, take our field goal, go up 4. So, Texans will get their chance to respond. They responded pretty good in the second half. Hell, if you go looking at the scoring review, there was 3 points combined in the first quarter, and then there was an explosion of 42 points from both teams in that second quarter. Dameon Pierce again. I don't know what's up with our edge rushers getting sealed so easily, but we are just not able to contain these outside runs. Even when I'm requesting for outside runs to be the emphasis of the defense, of not letting those happen in the adjustment screen at halftime, it's still happening over and over and over. Evans there trying to make the tackle. Hooker ends up getting it. 1st and 10 at the 30 now. I don't know. We just haven't found a great running mate for Shire. Evans has his weaknesses and Gibbons does too. So it's kind of what you want to lose in. 2nd and 7 now. After a 3-yard Dameon Pierce plunge. I say we bring pressure again. It's worked so far for us today. Let's send pressure. Let's get hopefully Stroud on the ropes here. I wanted to move Florence over because I figured if I didn't, and how does Ayers not catch Cooper? Cooper has 90 speed. Ayers has 94. How can he not catch him? This offense looking to respond now. Looking like a shootout here ever since that second quarter. Without our left tackle, without our number 1 receiver currently at the moment, this could be an interesting day for us. Josh, we're going to motion Wiley out, and nobody goes with him. Spears, fuck, they send extra pressure. No real quick hitters there. I probably could have sent it to Wiley and hoped that it just didn't get picked, but I didn't want to do anything too risky here. 2nd and 10. We've ran the ball a little bit better here in the second half. Gonna run it here again and we didn't pick up either of the linebackers. There's nowhere for me to go if we don't pick up either of the linebackers. Basically a corner route. Wiley. Open. Caught. Over the middle. First down, Josh Wiley. Holy shit, he has played far and above expectations. Let's run it left. 1st and 10. Hassan Haskins with 12. Could have probably had more if he had just a little bit more speed there. 1st and 10. We're going to play action, roll out. Morris underneath. As long as he gets back to the line, I'm fine. 2nd and 6. Will Levis not doing too bad. Playing pretty well within the confines of this offense. Tajay Spears, let's just plunge up the middle. Hopefully Hopkins can go block Cashman just a little bit. Gets up to the 2nd level. Up to the 3rd. All the way down to the 30. 14 for 88. Slowly but surely asserting the run game again. Spears are going to run out on this wheel route. If he gets matched up incorrectly, could have an easy walk-in touchdown. Wiley underneath, just open, take the couple yards, get the 7 yards, call it a day. We don't always have to look for the big play. That's something we need to adjust to as well. Is if they're letting those underneath routes be open and free and not really congested, got to go towards them. 2nd and 3. If Wiley and Howard get matched up incorrectly, one of them should break open. Oh, fuck. Morris underneath, can't hold on the football, though. Just the fact that I saw Howard, but I'm like, if I throw this, I feel like that corner's coming across the field and jumping. So I just didn't want to throw it. We're going to go to Howard motion. Bring Wiley up to the line. Howard running out. Howard open. 1st down and caught. Quick hitters here. They send pressure from that right. We throw it back left. I know the normal attitude, the normal thing to do is replace the blitzer. Something that has been talked about a lot is replacing the blitzer with a throw. Bo Melton running that fade. Not open. D-Hop, though, underneath. Catch. 5 yards. It's not a whole ton. It's dirty work, but if he's willing to do it, we're going to continue to throw it. Nobody in the box. I'm running this football right here with Spears. Back cut and almost gets the first. 4 yards there, though. 3rd and 1. Outside zone. I don't particularly love it, but with Jimmy Ward coming down in the box, it might work. Spears into the end zone. Touchdown. Tajay Spears. I don't remember the last time he scored. Might have been a couple weeks ago now at this point. He rushes in for the touchdown. We go up 31-28. No, 31-27, sorry. I forget that they have 2 field goals and not 3 touchdowns. 1st and 10. They elected not to bring the ball out. We're going to send Shair on a blitz. Let him try to help out. And Pierce cuts back. And he just gets down the field. I don't know why they feel so fast right now. They just feel so much faster than what they should feel like. Feels like we're not able to catch them. In coverage, Pierce again with a run, 12 for 89. He's having a pretty fantastic day. Haven't been able to stop him. If they would go to that run game just a little bit more, I feel like they could have even more success. I know we haven't particularly been able to stop even a guy like Amari Cooper today. Caleb Farley just not really able to keep up with him. Caleb Farley, you got to come away with that, dude. He throws such a bad ball. You have to come away with that. 3rd and 10, though. Stop here. Gives us the ball back, able to milk some of the clock, especially with the run game now going in our favor. Stop here would mean the world. 3rd and 10. Over the middle is Tank Dell, splitting the safeties, and he's all the way down inside the 20, up to the 16. Tank Dell, what a good receiver. What a good pick by the Houston Texans. Listening to their quarterback of the future and deciding, yeah, he probably is right about who he wants to throw the ball to. 2nd and 2 now after Cooper out. He's cooked Farley all day with those quick outs. It's tough. It really is. Gonna let Shair just play on top of. And I thought Landry was rushing, and then it said that he was in coverage, and I tried to get back and just can't quite get there. First and 10 at our own 24. We have to respond. What a shootout it's been today. Melton quick. Hopkins late. Wiley coming across the middle late as well. Could be open. Melton, get up. Get as many yards as possible. Nicholas Petit-Fier will now go down. So we will see the rookie Goodwill come in. So 2 tackles now going down. So Goodwill, the rookie. So from center to right tackle is all rookies right now. Spears underneath by himself. Trying to make Stingley miss. First and 10. After a pickup by Spears on that play action rollout. Gonna motion Spears to the other side. Let him run a wheel route. Gonna bring Hopkins in. Have him run a drag and motion him. Get that left side of the field maybe open. No, we can't because we motion Spears. Fuck, I forgot about that. Hopkins, I don't know why he's running such a deep drag route. He ran like an 8-yard drag. Why are you doing that? I'm telling you to run a drag, not a fucking in route. I don't love what I'm seeing here. We're going to go with it anyway. Step up in the pocket, take off and run. Get the yardage. Get down. 4 yards is fine. Just need 3 on the next 2 plays to get a first. Gonna run a slip screen to Spears. See what we have. Spears is open. But too bad he's by himself. But that doesn't mean Spears isn't out. First and 10 up to the 49. We're going to hurry back to the line. We have 1 play before the 2-minute warning. We got to go, though. Just can't quite get the ball to Wiley there. I know I went quiet, but I was trying to focus on what I was seeing. 2nd and 10. Spears running out. Wiley early here could be open. No. Spears. 6 yards. Gotta get back to the line. Will Anderson will be by himself, but Spears picks up the first and more. Up to the 33. Spears having a pretty good game, both in the receiving and in the run game. Gonna run smash. Burks not quite able to get him the ball. Remember, we're in field goal range at this point. So don't take a sack. Don't do anything stupid. We can at least send the game to overtime if we have to. Hopkins quick, but can't get him the ball again. These out routes are killing us. We can't throw them. Whereas the Texans were feasting on our guts earlier with it. Melton on that out could be pretty interesting. I'm going to just send Spears out. Spread this defense a little bit more. No, I don't want him on a comeback. Just run a curl. Hopkins, slant. Close to the first. Let's see what. Let's just see what they come out in. Let's see what they decide to give us. 5, 4, 3, 2. Timeout. I think we just got to tie the game at this point. I don't trust ourselves to pick up a first down on 4th and 2 with momentum leading towards the Texans. But now Trey Wolf's going to get iced here late. If he doesn't hit this, it's going to be real devastating to the team morale. Having a battle so far here in the AFC South. This could very much put us in a very good position to win the AFC South, winning our first 3 games, I'm pretty sure, all in the AFC South. Trey Wolf up and good. At least overtime is heading our way at minimum. Well, hopefully at minimum. Texans do still have, I think it's 14 seconds, 15 seconds, and 2 timeouts. So they got plenty of time if they want to try something. 12 seconds, a 1st and 10. They might decide to run the ball here possibly and see what they can get. Damian Pierce. Fuck. Quentin Ayers, just play for a tackle. Fuck, they have a chance to throw this deep. Well, fuck. Let's put some pressure on him. Get to the edge. Oh my god, they almost caught it too. I mean, granted, there was no time left, but holy fuck, they almost caught it after getting tipped around a couple times. At least we are going to overtime. We already have 2 overtime games so far this year. One against the Dolphins, one against the Texans. Fuck. Tails never fails, I guess. We won the toss. We get the ball. I don't even want to say it because last time I said it, we fucking lost the game on a pick 6. So, Jesus. Another overtime game. Let's get it underway. Let's get it going. Jeez. 1st and 10 at our own 18. Probably should have just let the ball bounce, but we like taking risks around here. Nicholas Petit-Fier is back in. I think I'd rather have Goodwill in at this point. First sighting of, I think, who is it? Fucking the other tight end, Robert Tonyan. 2nd and 1 now. Spears and Wiley. Wiley underneath. Catch. Christian Harris just can't break it up. Outside zone. But with Jimmy Ward coming down, that's such a difficult task. 1st and 10. Play action fake. Bo Melton. Open. Caught. Sideline. Up the field. Up to the 46. We're in a good position. Get back to the line. Let's see what we have. Let's just run inside zone split. Let's see what we have. I think we can win. Get a couple yards here. Nothing going. 1 yard. That's not what I was talking about. But okay. 2nd and 9. Up to the 45. We're not in a bad position. Remember, just because we are kind of letting the clock tick so that even if we do score a field goal, at least it'll be hard for them to go down and make a play and even tie the game. 3rd and 2 now. Just got to get 2 yards. I think we're too far outside of Trey Wolf's field goal range, so we would have to go for it at this point. I don't like the counter. What if we run flood here? Run Spears on an out. Third and 2. Wiley's probably the first option. We're going to run Hopkins on a drag. Hopkins. And it's picked! What the fuck are we doing? Holy sh... I don't think I could have played that almost any better. I really don't. And, you know, stupid pressure mechanics in Madden, and the ball is thrown directly to Desmond King. When the defensive player does not have to move in Madden to fucking get a pick, you know it's fucking a stupid pick. 1st and 10. Hand off Pierce. They just need a field goal, so as soon as they get to the other side of the field, it's virtually over. I'm going to just, I would assume just send pressure here at this point. Because if they fucking get past, like I said, midfield, I don't see us stopping them. I really don't. And there's Pierce, and he's just going to break all the tackles in the world. To the 41-yard line goes Pierce. I don't know what to do here. We can maybe move Simmons to one of the D-tackle spots a little bit better, but then he doesn't have the option of being able to help all over the field. Well, just in the middle, he can't help both sides. Yeah, I think we just got to send basically almost all-out pressure for the most part for these next couple plays and hope that something gets home at this point. 2-minute warning here in overtime. Gonna bring Hooker down, let him play on top of Pierce right away. We got to get through. Caleb Farley, you got to come up harder, bro. It is overtime. It isn't fucking the first quarter. Come up. They're in field goal range now. Like, they're in field goal range. They can just kick and win at this point. 2nd and 2. Even if we get sacks here, it won't matter. They're close enough in field goal range where it does not matter. It really does not. I hear blitzing. 3rd and 2. I would almost prefer letting them have the first down at this point because hopefully they would keep throwing the ball or running the ball and being it. Hop on a D lineman, I guess. Caleb! Oh my God, that's a pick. That's a pick, and they're winning the game here. They're going for it? Why are they going for it? It's 4th and 2. They just need a field goal. Unless Madden has the overtime rules fucked up, they just need a field goal at this point. Florence is there, but nobody tackles! Damian Pierce walks in, ends the game. That's crazy. Madden throws a bullshit pick. Will Levis played perfect all game, and then Madden throws a bullshit pick. I'm going to be completely honest. That was a bullshit-ass pick. I think he got back to at least even through his picks and touchdowns. He may be one short on touchdowns, but Madden screwed us over. Yes, the pressure mechanic kicked in, and yes, he threw a bad ball, but I'm telling you, I'm willing to say, hey, if I throw a ball and a cornerback jumps it and has to move and make a good play to go get the football, that's perfectly fine. I understand those picks. That's what happens in real life. But when I go to throw a football and it says the pressure mechanic has kicked in and I throw the football and it's immediately thrown directly to the defender, that is the most bullshit-ass, broken, dumb bullshit that I've ever fucking seen. Fuck EA. Fuck anybody that developed this game. You dog shit ass company. Both of our losses coming in overtime games kind of sucks, and then having to take on the Kansas City Chiefs, who have a prolific passing offense. Rashee Rice is going to be annoying, I know that much. If Travis Kelce is still on the team, he's going to be particularly annoying as well. Yeah, it's not going to be a fun game next week. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be a pretty shit game. At least we have our bye week after, where we can hopefully recover. As much as I want to say we can probably be 4-2 exiting this game, I think we'll be 3-3 heading into Chicago. That's probably best case. Well, not best case, but that's probably what's going to happen. Jags being 5-0, Texans now splitting the series with us. It's going to come down to the end of the season again with us and the Texans, and who's going to have that second place. I feel like. Apparently, a receiver wants to discuss his lack of production. I would assume that would be D-Hop. Trade offers include Pinnock, Farrell, and Landry. I'm willing to part ways with at least Farrell. Pinnock could be an option as well, depending on the offers, of course. Like I said, I don't have a whole ton of hope going into the next week, of course. Will Levis is leading the league in passing yards, though. Yay. And no, he has 6 touchdowns and 7 picks, unfortunately, after that last game. He played really well, but Treylon Burks leading the league in receiving yards as well by 1 yard. And he has 11 less receptions than CeeDee Lamb, so that's pretty cool. But, yeah, just that's a tough way to end the game, of course. There's multiple things that we could have fixed throughout the game. But losing like that in overtime, I think definitely, because then it starts to come into question, the coach's ability, my coaching ability and stuff like that, not being able to close out games, going 3-2, as long as we don't go to overtime, we're winning. If we go to overtime, we're losing so far this season. I know those stats would be probably brought up on a podcast, oh, hey, the new coach for the Titans, as long as he doesn't go to overtime, he's won all of his games type of attitude. So, but just... And I went back and watched the play because it was still a highlight, and it was more annoying seeing it in slow motion. Before Levis even gets hit, before Levis even lets go of the ball, he lets go of the ball late, so it's pointed like almost at the ground, and then watching it in full motion, watching King just be able to basically stand there and catch it is even more annoying. Seeing Josh Wiley was open in the flats pissed me off as well. It is annoying, though. I think those are the most dumb, backwards, fucking retarded ass shit. I'm probably going to have to cut that part out. But it's the most backwards, dumb shit in Madden. If your cornerback doesn't have to move to pick off the ball, it's not a good play. It shouldn't be in Madden. I think that's very much the case. Now, of course, That's not always true, I guess I should say. If you throw a deep ball and it's, wobbling and it's underthrown and the corner kind of just sits there and waits underneath of it, that's a different story. But when he's playing a zone and he's standing there and you throw it to receiver running and it's just out of reach or behind the receiver, it's probably the most annoying way to go out. Especially with how good of a game Will Levis had played up to that point, how good of the offense has played, even with the injuries to Burks and Smith and even Nicholas Petit-Fier for a little bit. It really is annoying. I don't know what else to say. If you guys enjoy this content or the content here on my channel, I appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I know I got a little bit mad at the end of this one. I'm just a very competitive person. I like winning, and when I don't win and it's because of a bullshit reason, I think that's the most difficult thing to grasp. And then when the Texans had the ball, I'm like, they have momentum. They have Dameon Pierce. He's going to run down my fucking throat. It was annoying. Like I said, if you guys enjoy this content, please stick around and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos like this, whether it's Tennessee Titans franchise or other videos that I'm hoping to get done with the draft coming around shortly, free agency, roster updates, all that fun stuff. I'll be back with more videos like this, like I said. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.